Hello, this is Dana with the 33rd segment of the Master the Bible Today series, a snapshot of the book of 2 Thessalonians. Paul wrote the book of 2 Thessalonians to the church at Thessalonica and all believers everywhere to clear up confusion about the second coming of Christ. Effective communication is difficult. Often the message sent is not the message received in the home, marketplace, neighborhood, or church. Even when clearly stated or written, words can be misinterpreted and misunderstood, especially when filtered through the sieve of prejudices and preconceptions. Paul faced this problem with the Thessalonians. He had written them earlier to help them grow in the faith, comforting and encouraging them by affirming the reality of Christ's return. Just a few months later, however, word came from the Thessalonica that some had misunderstood Paul's teachings about the second coming. His announcement that Christ could come at any moment had caused some to stop working and just wait, become disorderly and disobedient, and rationalize their idleness by pointing to Paul's teaching. Adding fuel to this fire was the continued persecution of the church that was going on at that time. Many felt that indeed this must be the, quote, day of the Lord, unquote. Responding quickly, Paul sent this second letter to this young church, calling on them to show courage, true Christian conduct, and never get so tired of doing right that they quit. In it, he gave further instruction concerning the second coming and the day of the Lord, chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. In this follow-up letter to 1 Thessalonians, Paul indicates various events that must precede the second coming of Christ and is a call to continued courage and consistent conduct. Paul then directly answers the misunderstanding concerning the timing of the events of the end times. He tells them not to listen to rumors and reports that the day of the Lord had already begun, because a number of events must occur before Christ returns. Meanwhile, they should stand firm for Christ's truth, receive God's encouragement and hope, pray for strength and for the spread of the Lord's message, and to warn those who are idle. The imminent coming of Christ should never make us idle. We should be even more busy, living purely, using our time well, and working for his kingdom. We must work not only during easy times when it is convenient, but also during difficult times. Christians must patiently watch for Christ's return and work for him while we wait. God promises to reward our faith by giving us his power and helping us bear persecution. When we have an occurrence of suffering for our faith, keep the faith, and it will strengthen us more to serve Christ. We must be faithful to him. God will bring victory to his faithful followers and judge those who persecute them. Yes, Christ will return and bring total victory to all who trust in him. If we are ready, we need not be concerned about when he will return. Being ready for his coming means spreading the gospel, reaching out to those in need, and building the church his body. We should stand firm, keep working, and wait on Christ. Before Christ's return, There will be a great rebellion against God led by the man of lawlessness, the Antichrist. God will remove all the restraints on evil before he brings judgment on the rebels. The Antichrist will attempt to deceive many. I see that going on now like never before in our world, and it will get worse. We should not be afraid when we see evil increase. God is still in control and will always be, no matter how evil the world becomes. God guards us, his people, during Satan's attacks. We can have victory over evil by remaining faithful to God. Remember, we stand much closer to the time of Christ's return compared to when this book was written. As we read 2 Thessalonians, clearly see the reality of his return and our responsibility to live for him until that day. Thank you.